Hi there, it's Quinn with PTSD while Black. Um, Doing a check-in because I just met with my mentor and we're working on my challenges with being an emotionally available person and for participating in toxic relationships, whether I'm the toxic person or the other person is toxic. So we're kind of um, today we're looking at the attributes of avoidance, people who are not emotionally available. And so this one is they tend to believe displays of emotion are a sign of weakness. So real. Um, and what I was challenged by was in relationships, because I have been told, don't cry, don't share your feelings. Um, so many times when I was a little kid, my mom would tell me, just don't cry. um, that I learned to just shut down. And so now when somebody expresses grief or fear or sorrow or shame, I tell them, don't feel it. I dismiss their feelings. And I do it to myself too. And that was the big thing, is that I haven't practiced allowing myself to grieve. So I can't show others how to do it. I can't show up for others. I'm not emotionally present for them. And one thing that I talked about was being vulnerable as a Black woman. It's a taboo that if I were to display emotion, including anger, then I'm going to, participate in fulfilling that trope of this is how Black women behave versus, nah, I'm actually justifiably angry at what's going on. Um, and what was really hard, and I ended up crying on the phone with my mentor, was that she asked me the question of, where has this been modeled in a healthy way? What are some examples of where this has been modeled in a healthy way? And at the time on the phone, I'm like, I don't know. I don't have in my mind any examples of Black women in media, um, what have you, like, or movies or books, who are able to express their emotions in a healthy way, um, in a way that was respectful of them and of the other people, instead of just being the strong Black woman stereotype. I couldn't think of anything around that. Um, so I have to take Black out of the equation and look at other things. And I just realized before starting this video that My Little Pony is a pretty good example of characters expressing or displaying their emotions in healthy ways, regardless of how it's received by the other person. A kid's cartoon. That was like the answer that came up to me. Um, but I had just asked, can God show me more examples? And that's what I'm going to pray and meditate on. Um, and the other thing that was really interesting too was um, seeing sexually that expressing passion is seen as a weakness of the human flesh, because I was raised in the Bible Belt South. And instead of being able to appreciate what I really appreciate, it's like, nope, don't feel anything about sex either. It's just a thing that's done. Versus, yeah, no, I like that and I want more of that, please. So seeing how to liberate myself. And one of the other challenges too is that I find in my marriage, a lot of times I feel like I'm catering to my partner's emotions but not to my own emotions. And my mentor was like, okay, well, let's make a game out of it, where on the even days you focus on only your emotions, Quinn. On the odd days, you're emotionally present for him, instead of 365 days constantly focusing on my partner or being absolutely away. Or, some other suggestions were to have 2 days focused on just me, 2 days, excuse me, focused on just my partner, and 2 days focused on the coupleship. So that I'm getting to have practice having a healthy balance. I know that leaves another day for what the fuck. I say practice focusing on God. I don't know, whatever. Um, Focusing on the coupleship, I guess, for right now. But I think I deserve 3 days. I'd like to get to where I get 3 days. Um, um, but I thought that was like an interesting idea, just for me to learn how to model this, having some kind of action plan. And what's really funny is yesterday I was wearing a push-up bra. And by the way, today my boobs look great. Got a necklace in the middle. See? Anyway, I was wearing a push-up bra yesterday, and I did my makeup because I wanted to focus on me yesterday. And um, my husband was in the shower while I was doing all this, and he came out and he's like, "Hey, great tits!" And I was like, "No, no, 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 no. These are for me, not for you. These are for me." Um, so it's kind of like allowing myself to appreciate what I like about myself. That's um, an interesting concept, so that I can learn to feel my emotions about what's going on around my world. The other the last category that we were working on was emotionally unavailable people withhold expressions of appreciation. And this, when I looked at different areas of my life, this breaks down into appreciating my talents, my gifts and abilities. I tend to ignore them, as well as appreciating the hardships and the challenges that others have gone through. Like I think of my husband, of being able to put a roof over our head, um, with his social awkwardness, working a job where he has to be present with people and dealing with death constantly. I'm finding myself not being appreciative of the challenges that he goes through, instead staying on a surface level behavior. Um, and so what I looked at was another game my sponsor gave me was to challenge myself with expressing gratitude to others out loud. Because I'm good, I have a gratitude partner. And so I'm good with keeping in my head what I'm grateful for, but saying to you that I'm expressly grateful for you, um, on a regular basis. I don't do it enough. I can say, God, I'm so glad to see you and stuff like that. But what I'm conflicted with was before I met my husband, I used to do that on a regular. I lived in a place of gratitude. But with him, because he came from a very emotionally unsafe background, uh, gratitude was seen as more of a form of manipulation. Of I'm saying thank you to get you to like me, to get you to do something for me. And so it's kind of become this very hurtful custom in our relationship now, that thank you is I want you to think better of me because I'm doing this over here. um, Instead of I'm grateful, I'm sincerely grateful in this moment for you. um, and I want to live in that space. And what I learned with being on the phone with my mentor today is that this is where I want to stay. This is where I want to live. And this has to become my must. It has to become, no matter what. My no matter what, I'm living in this space of gratitude, regardless of what the fuck anybody else is doing. Um, and so I wrote that I need to express and feel my real feelings around being manipulated by people, when it comes to gratitude. I need to express and feel my real feelings because I haven't. I didn't know. I was spending so much time reacting that I wasn't acknowledging I was really feeling something. Um, so that was great, having this chat with her. And I think the other thing that I was looking at was, living from a space of being appreciative of others and all that they've done for me. I mean, my auntie, she raised me right, and I love her. And since this move, I've had to go back through all of my memories and stuff, and I've come across so many cards of where I've written gratitude notes to her, and she said, yes, I've received it, or she has sent them to me. That was a space that I lived in. I have a shit ton of thank you cards that I bought before the move, before the concussion. So that's a space that I want to get back in, because that's where I used to live, and I've gotten into this fear-based place that doesn't suit me. Um, Anyhow, I just wanted to vlog and reflect back on those lessons, um, that I've been learning, and it's time for me to go. So yeah, we'll post on the next thing we're doing is my positive attributes. All right, till next time, folks. Peace.